Thomas working the middle. Cunnington back to McMillan. And Petrie's calling for it, and he's half grabbed. He'll feed back to the square. Oh, he runs back to the kicker. That was brilliant.
Well, this is a massive test for Sam Fisher. He's getting exposed, one out. The ball's coming down under no pressure whatsoever. It's 5 inside 50s to zip. 14 possessions to 6. They can't get their hands on the footy, St Kilda, at the moment. They need to just find a couple of possessions just to slow it down, chip it around, take a little bit of time away from North, because this is an all-out assault in the first quarter.
For a 3-0 start. Good way to start the celebration for 2 milestones for North Melbourne.
They love this. They'll do this all day.
Kingy, I'll tell you the strange thing. The 2 main possession getters for North Melbourne are Aaron Mullett and Scotty Thompson.
Oh, squeeze to Petrie. This is out of the textbook. They had every St Kilda player virtually inside their forward half, almost inside their forward 50, and they still found space for a set play.
And by allowing loose defenders, they can push up, they can be attacking threats, they can rebound easily because they've got extra numbers when St Kilda do get the rare 4A forward. Just can't allow it, St Kilda.
For their 9th goal of the quarter, this is as good as it gets from North Melbourne. To the square. Petrie wiped his hands and then took the mark. This gave his hands a little dust off on his jumper, put his knee into the back and took a ripper.
What concerns me is that there was no ruckman there. McAvoy was up at centre half forward. I don't know whether he's in the ruck at the moment. I'm assuming
Hickey's down that way at the moment.
They're both up around the half forward arc. I mean, one of them's got to be deep in the square for that.
He's kicked 2 goals for so far. He now has 3 goals, and in the blink of an eye, it's back to a 61-point margin.
Excellent mark from Drew Petrie.
It's to right for St Kilda, and the pressure does well, backs himself in, and a beautiful smother from Petrie. Well, there's no doubt the coach wanted his players to lift in all areas, and that is an absolute
He's hurt himself.
Here's Boomer. Now he could go for goal here. Doesn't, goes to Petrie and puts it lace out.
Sure, how good was that?
That was far too easy in the middle of the ground. I mean, they're just doing as they please, North Melbourne. Not enough pressure coming from the Saints. And Drew Petrie gets the line up for another. He's kicked 3 goals, 4. Could have had a big bag himself. He's taken some really good contested marks. Just hasn't had the radar on in terms of goal kicking.
To push it back past 60 points, and a 10-goal plus win would look better in the paper tomorrow. It would be more appropriate for this demolition job that North Melbourne have done on St Kilda. Petrie has 4.
19 disposals, 14 kicks he's had today, 4 goals, 4 on the board, 8 marks to match, most of those inside forward 50, which is the pleasing aspect of his game today. And he's just continued to work from minute 1 right through, and himself and Black have been a great combination today. 2 tall targets allowed Hansen to float back and play a spare in